All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to the stream. Level 3 is better than level 1. That's all I got to say. All right, we got some stationeers today. I have a feeling it's going to be all over the place. I don't know because we've done some online consulting between one another, and I think we might have settled on something. I can't remember. Anyways, let me check audio, make sure everything is working because I did do some changes. I know if it's working, why make changes? Doesn't sound like it had any great impact. Sounds good. Ooh, thanks, Kata. All right. All right. Let's oh, you know what? I forgot. Let me get my headset on here. So it's true. I have two headsets, and why? Well, these are very, very comfortable. But if I'm playing an action-packed game and I start doing a lot of this, these will go flying off my head. They're light, they're so comfortable, but the batteries only give me about 4 hours. But ordered some replacement batteries. So pretty cool. Um, that's funny. I put them on, but I don't turn them on. So all right, there we go. All right, let me just double check one more time here. Make sure, in fact, we're good. Sure, in fact, yep, we are good. Good, good. All right, let me hop in Discord here somewhere. I do this, and there it is. I need to change something. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, Ben?
Good, good. How are you?
I got a full tummy. It's warm, except for it's very, very cold outside. Good morning, Kata. How you doing?
Yeah, freezing weather, right?
Very freezing, yes. Kata's been playing some Elite Dangerous trying to save the soul system. Probably has to find his microphone.
Hey.
There he is. All
What
right. Right, the game. They haven't done a patch since they re-pushed out the new greenery stuff, right?
No, it's all good.
Let me go check. Do, 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 do. Um, no, that was November 18th. All right. We're up to 11,683 things. All right. Who's first?
I'm still loading.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having a cloud update.
Oh, synchronization of the cloud. All right. So we've got some breadcrumbs to take care of today, I guess the best way to say it. And my idea, so I agree with Ben, arc furnaces are a power drain, and we need to come up with a system that when ore comes in from whatever source, it can be identified something done with it, and then it gets processed. Now, instead of just having the single furnace and it might be tied up when we need to do something, I thought, well, let's replace the arc furnaces with a series of advanced furnaces that would be able to facilitate some sort of sorting process coming from the deep miners and or rockets. So we'll put that on the back burner for a sec. We're going to leave the arc furnaces place upstairs, but put them on their own power grid because I think we have some batteries we're not using in a locker somewhere.
Yeah, what did you mean by putting them on their own power grid?
Well, separate them from the current grid, take these other batteries, and I know for a fact that we are generating more power from solar than we can store. So I was going to lead off of that, charge these batteries, maybe create another solid generator since the only time we have to run the generator is when we run out of power, right?
It's triggered by the charge state of the batteries.
Right. So if it gets down to a certain percent, the generators kicked in as long as we have some coal. And I think the only reason we're doing that is
Yeah.
because when the arc furnaces are processing so much ore, it's going beyond our current capacity. So if we pull the arc furnaces off the main grid and put a generator there with the same logic, so we charge the batteries from the main grid or the main solar panel. Oh, that was weird. Is that you, Ben? That was Kata.
No, that was me.
You did a warble when you came out of there. That was weird. Because that way, when they run, they drain separate batteries from the main grid. These batteries can get charged from um, the main solar panels. And if they run low, um, we have a separate generator that kicks in and charges the batteries. As a
Okay, so coal-powered arc furnaces.
yes. Well,
Yeah, that should work. At least as a temporary fix.
yeah, temporary fix. But if we don't know exactly how much solar energy we're collecting and not collecting, correct?
Uh, well, it's hard to measure because we're talking about watt hours, right?
Right. Right. And we don't, there's not an indication in the game of that, is there?
No, it has to be calculated.
That's what I thought. Okay. But I have a pretty good guess that if the sun stays out long enough and all of our panels, I've seen our batteries charged to peak, and during the day, we're actually using solar power instead of battery. You doing okay, Kata? There, that was better.
Yeah, I was just recharging.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to do. I was going to.
That would work.
What happened?
Yeah, that would work with some temporary power.
Yeah, yeah. And then that way, whenever the arc furnaces fire off, they don't drain the main power grid. And then when the time comes, we need to figure out how to sort what comes from the deep impact miners, and then can so each chunk though from the deep impact is a 50 count regardless of what it is, right? It's never a smaller amount. I guess it could be. Can you take a stack of ore that's like 15, 15, and 15 and put it into a stacker and it'll spit out whatever's I've never done ore like that. I've always done ingots. I have to test that.
Maximum stacks 50 for ore.
It's well for ore, yeah, it's 50, right? So
Yeah.
I know that the combustion centrifuge, when it releases, it comes out in chunks of 50, but there's always going to be some left over. I was thinking that when it comes down, whatever process we have in place, that we're checking what it is. And when we get to a smaller piece, well, I guess we don't have to. it's good that I guess it comes in streams because we can say, but I guess what I'm curious how we're going to do it. Let's say we have three arc furnaces, or I'm sorry, three uh, advanced furnaces set up to smelt the stuff. Now, do we do it just every 50 chunks we smelt it, or do we try to put in more and then that way we can smelt more? That work okay, Ben? We hear the game? Hey, there he is.
Yeah. Curious. Why would we use an advanced furnace
Well,
when we can just use a regular one?
I don't know. I just figured if we have advanced furnaces that can, because Kata's got it hooked up to automate stuff, so we could probably borrow that logic. I guess it would work with an advanced furnace as well. Just trying to keep things simple ish. That is a loud button. I didn't do that.
You're not going down?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Oh, what's with all the fertilizer?
Um, not me.
Are you going to tend to the plants, Kata?
Yeah.
All right. So, Kata, what did you say was left? You have your fuel process complete, and now you have to build the rocket.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. And then Ben, what did you say was left on the filtering? Is it finished?
No. Well, mostly. I don't know.
Yeah. I forgot. Kata, did you find you found a little hiccup with the filter swapping, but fixed it, right?
Yeah, I just need to add a memory, and
Okay.
it was a problem with how the game works on multiplayer,
Oh,
and how I was running it.
oh, I got you. All right. Um, so Ben, this gray line that goes up, this is the cooling for the circularization when it gets too warm, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then right now the poopy line is at this end that comes down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that comes from the Sterling, and then eventually won't have to come from topside, right?
Um. Yeah.
Because we're going to
Yeah.
move.
Anything that's hot is routed
Okay.
to the Stirling engines.
All
Yeah.
right. Now, we were going to use this part of filtering for the not pre-cooling, but the pre-warming, because I would imagine the rocket's going to bring very cold gases, unless that's what
Yep.
these. Okay. And then we could put them into a room that's isolated from the rest, so we don't have to maybe um, pressurize it. And what was the idea? Was to use pipe heaters to warm it, or
No, the solar collectors.
oh right, what we're using for the old fish tank, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I want to make passive solutions as much as
Oh
possible.
yeah,
We
yeah.
can't increase the power draw that
That
on our
makes
system here.
that makes sense. All right. That's his fuel. All right. So you said that what was the limits of the cooling ranges?
So let's go over to the display board at the
Okay.
end. So the last two number of indicators here is the interchange temperature. Right now it's reading 67 Celsius, right?
So that's coming out of the blue things, right?
No, that's the gray line.
Right, but that's a result of the heat exchangers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Wait a minute. I didn't know they had a data line. Oh, you're just reading it off of. How are you getting that temperature? From a pipe analyzer on the circ?
yep.
Okay. Oh, son of a gun.
Just
Okay.
repurposing what's already there.
Gotcha. All right.
Right. So 67 Celsius.
Right.
Now, the cooling system can actually make this drop by about 30 degrees, but it'll take about an hour.
That's basically being forced by the topside cooling system or passively.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the range is determined by how many radiators we have upstairs or some logic.
Say again?
Well, you were saying 30 degrees Celsius, right? It'll take an hour.
Yeah.
All right. So can it go below that, or is that our set limit is 30? We don't want any colder than 30.
The limit, I believe, is set to 25.
Okay. That's logic upstairs on the cooling logic.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the reason why it takes an hour is that just because the limitation of how many panels of radiators we have upstairs.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So if we wanted to cool it faster and we're finding a need, there is a way to increase it if we need to.
Yeah, but you're gonna get into issues where topside pipe section is gonna freeze.
Oh, okay. All right.
So expanding it would be a challenge. A bit of a challenge.
All right. So when you say it could go down to 30, or it will go down to 30.
No, it'll go down by 30 in 1 hour.
Okay. So does that mean if we don't add any gas or take any away that their temperatures would balance across the board?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That means the heat exchangers are doing what they need to do passively without no real power except for the logic to keep it circulating.
Yeah, if you look at it right now, it looks like something's being fed, which looks like hot nitrogen.
Yeah. Kata, where's the hot nitrogen coming?
That's
Can be
the
hot.
recirculation from hydroponics. I don't know why it's coming in hot though.
No, it should be cold.
Oh, filter change.
That shouldn't be changing. Well, it's changing. Just gonna keep an eye out.
Look at that. By reviewing, we discover stuff. Well, there's only 170 kilopascals. Well, I only say only, but there's 2.4 kilomoles nitrogen. And it is going up.
That might be the recirculation from the tank upstairs.
What are you using nitrogen again upstairs?
It's used in the Sterling room, but that's not connected.
Used in the Sterling. I thought you used water to keep things cool. Oh, the room is pressurized with nitrogen. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I guess when the furnace gets used and the Sterlings do what they need to do, the room heats up until it cools down. Hey, Ryo, how you doing? All right. Well, I'm gonna go upstairs, and that means that this pipe is gonna be warm. Oops. Yeah, it's 158 degrees. So do we need to put a one-way valve? Because do you use this nitrogen? So the O2 is the main cooling system. Um, Actually, I think we were going to use, oh, in the circular, I think in the ah, circulatory system, we're using O2, yes. I think we agreed we're going to use nitrogen for pressurization of rooms.
Yeah, we just need to get a lot of it. I think the nitrogen's coming from the tanks upstairs.
Okay.
On the transfer, that's why it's warm.
Well, it's also, so do you use the nitrogen for hydroponics as well?
Yeah, I do, but that's at 30 degrees.
Well, so this
It'll
pipe.
it'll keep itself cool, so I'm not too worried.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just curious about the feed. Yes, you're right. You're correct. On the heat exchange circulatory system, we use oxygen, O2. Yes. I'm going inside the Stirling engine room. Whoa. So it's
Did you
834 degrees.
depressurize something or encountering wind or?
Yeah, I was. It was. It's
Oh, okay.
836 kilopascals in here, but the temperature is only 50 degrees Celsius. I say only.
Yep,
Trying.
it's designed to be kept at that temperature. I'll come there in a second.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm trying to piece it together here. So yeah, that okay. That's the ground line, which is I assume the exhaust line. Yes. Okay. The room is filled with nitrogen. That's only at 49. All right. So to keep Stirling cool, you have nitrogen there at 49 degrees by design. There's a turbo pump connected that's not on. That's currently registering 177, but not going up or down. Where's the heat generation coming from? I don't understand. Does that turn on if it gets too warm in there because when the Stirlings fire up?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Mystery solved, I guess. All right. All right. So, I am going to get those spare batteries. Get it turned around.
Larry's fixed.
Fix
Look at
Lawrence.
him go.
All right.
Yes. Kata came up with the idea so we don't have to babysit the filters. Is that we use the. It's very organized, KT. I think everyone on the stream is going to disagree with you. It's a organized chaos. Yeah, automatic refilling of the filters. Yes. All right. So as we're underground, they ask how. I'm sure Kata would go into some detail over in Discord if you wanted to pop a question over there.
Yeah, I can explain it over Discord, but generally the IC code just looks at the filter slots, and then I looked at some examples from other people's code on how they did the hydroponics Larry, and then just came up with this one. I'll post the code on Discord.
Thanks, Kata. All right, Ben, I think I have a task for you. Something you've done before, depending upon what you're involved in right now.
Yeah, just wiring some extra lights. Motion stuff.
Gotcha. Is there a way that you can strategically find locations to give us a indicator letting us know when the sun is out and not underground?
Oh yeah, the old yellow and purple
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
daytime lights.
Yep.
Sure.
So right now the sun's out, so we should be collecting power. It should be charging our batteries based upon our usage. And the generator light is on. So hopefully that's going to stop very soon. Oh, that's weird. Got a reagent mix in here for some reason. Saw that before. So the idea, the original concept for this playthrough is that we were going to be robots on Europa, which was going to be a challenge until we got things going. We ran into some client issues. So we decided to move the idea to the moon and then impose some other hardships like these solar panels. That's all we can have. So any other power generation has to be done through passive solutions or using solid generators. Now we haven't gotten to the gas generators yet, and that will probably be our savior. So what we did discover is we kept running out of power whenever the arc furnaces fired up. The arc furnaces fire up when the centrifuge gets to a certain item count. When it gets that count, it releases the ore and it gets processed in the arc furnaces. And the moment these guys go, they start draining our batteries. So my task is to take them off the grid and put them on their own grid with their own set of batteries. So I need to some frames. I guess one of the locations is the rooms that we spend the most time in, Ben, which would be like the filter room, Stirling room, also where the power is, so we know what's going on.
Yeah, I got you.
You.
Probably gonna use a wireless system for that.
Ooh, cool. Yes, and that's funny because last time we used it for the exact same reason. Hopefully that still works.
The CO2 line's contaminated.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yep, you're right.
I mean, not by much, but it's still contaminated.
Okay. Yeah, we'll endeavor to clean that up.
He sounds very excited to, yes, I'll endeavor to do that. Like the whole Eeyore. I'll get around to it.
Trying to work out why there's pollutants in the greenhouse, and that's why.
All right. So the coal's going to come that way. Hey, look at that. Grav Gunner, thanks so much for that. 7 months. Really do appreciate that. How the heck are you doing? Oh, I'm doing fantabulous. Thank you for asking. Appreciate that. Just trying to see if I can come up with a stopgap solution for our power outages. The arc furnaces, if and when they fire up, they drain a lot of power, so we're going to put them on their own power grid, their own logic, run their own solid generator. This is the long charge with the solar panels. Just out of curiosity, real quick, as I'm printing some stuff, run downstairs, see where batteries are at.
Oh, you
Hey.
could just read it off the topside chip.
Oh, no, you're right. So right now we have, I'm going to say 2.5 charged batteries, maybe 3.25. All right. That's not bad because the solids didn't fire up at all. I'm sorry, the arc furnace didn't fire up at all. We use arc furnaces. Why? It's part of an automated thing to pull. So the deep miners are connected. So when the deep miners fill up a certain amount of the centrifuge, then the centrifuge releases, goes to the arc furnaces, and it only smelts the stuff it can smelt. The other stuff is dumped into a hole right now. So that happens every 1,000 items. It's not used all the time. What what I suggested is that we replace it, the arc furnaces, when we move underground completely with um furnaces. That way they don't use any power, which was Ben's original.
All right, I got an extra filter on the CO2 reserve here. It's going to take a long time to filter out the impurities, but it'll get there eventually.
Okay. What do I need to make these things? Holding torch and steel sheets. I'm just repurposing some screwdriver, some batteries we weren't using. Why do those look wrong? Missing something? Nope. It's not. All right. If you press right click the item switch in your hand to inventory if available. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Well, that's interesting.
I didn't do it. Wait, unless it's what happened?
So if you leave the handle down,
Yeah.
it blocks off the import and then spits it out before the other one opens. So I'm wondering if we could just have a stay hot furnace, and then we can just
Oh, I
shove
see what you're
all
saying.
the process all through it all.
Oh yeah, why not? That would alleviate the problem of trying to really figure out sorting, right?
Yeah, we don't have to sort it on
On the
the
input.
output. We wouldn't have to sort on the input.
Yeah. Good discovery, I think.
I found out by accident.
And watch us depend upon that, and then they change it. All right. So I'm gonna pull the need some coal. I guess I can go out and get some coal. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, uh, uh, I don't need a whole lot, I guess. All right. You never know how hard it is to find ore without the fancy glasses. Did make them very easy to find. So that's pretty great. Hey, uranium. Nice. Do-do-do. Man, that was loud. Was not expecting it.
Oh, apparently I have your glasses.
I know. It's all right. You asked for them. You made them.
Get them back if you want.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm finding the default way, the hard way, the blind way.
Did you find any nickel while you were out there?
Oh, there's a little bit over by the sorter stacker. I'm sorry.
Ben, where was the fuel tank going to go? The regular one.
As opposed to premium fuel. Sorry. I thought it was.
Um, in the filtration room on the opposite side of the filters,
Okay, I'll put something in.
more or less, anyways.
There's Alex. Alex waved.
You're a towel.
Yeah, we're all towels. Hey, cool. All right, let's see if this is enough to start with. All right.
I don't think these logic transmitters work the same way they used to.
Oh, really?
The only thing it's allowing me to link up to is either a laptop or an advanced tablet.
You need a second logic transmitter set to receive.
They have two different logic transmitters, unless one's the kit. Oh, that's the kit. Never mind.
That's the same one. There's like a little switch on them to set it from passive to active.
Yeah.
And then you should be able to pick up that logic transmitter with it. Did that work then?
I am nowhere close to a solution.
Where did I leave all of the...
It'd almost be easier to just slap a just send a signal through the blue heavy line because it's already here.
Oh, yeah, because of the solar panels, yeah. All right. Downstairs. Stacked or stored. There they are.
there a range to these logic transmitters?
No, they're supposed to be infinite.
I think the only thing that's got range is when you're trying to transmit power wirelessly.
Yeah, I can't get this thing to read anything.
Where's the other one?
So it's out above the next to the tooling area, next to that little blinking red light. I'm guessing I have to use a logic writer to actually send some data through it.
Maybe they'll link to a logic mirror.
Hmm.
Set the one down there to pass to active.
Okay, done.
Okay, I can communicate it up here.
Oh yeah, I'm reading a value of 0. Okay.
So this is mirroring that one.
So I need a logic writer. So this one I have down here, that's the receiver?
I think the one down there's a transmitter because it's set to active. So if I set this one to passive, you set that one to active.
Yeah, we need to flip that around. All right, so let me set it to passive down here.
You should be able to read this one from up there.
Yep, except that's not letting me select anything other than laptop or advanced tablet. Or do I just not select anything here?
I'll come down and have a quick look.
This could be a multiplayer issue too.
The turbo pump that's
Got it.
connected to the arc furnaces is on, and there's a pressure in the chambers.
Oh, I see. You're able to set the unit to that
Okay.
logic transmitter daylight, but I didn't get that option at all from here.
So now you just need a mirror to write to that to the transmitter, and I'm not too sure how to do that.
That part's easy. Huh. guess I'll figure something out here.
Because that's what we had before. We had a master transmitter and everything else was a receiver.
Yeah, but I'm getting that bug that this just doesn't synchronize. The options just don't synchronize for me to select the transmitter up there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm
Well,
going
do
to
you want
use
me to
this
take a
as
look since I'm the host and see if I see anything different?
Yeah, but you'd have to set up the whole system everywhere. I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to rely on this wireless transmitter to transmit the data down here.
Okay.
And then from down here, I'm going to carry over the signal into the blue heavy line and then just distribute it from there.
I'll pull it from there. Okay. What do you want? Oh, there's a cat. There's a cat here. All right. So it's dumb that I did it that way.
Oh, that was close. The Sterlings are under power now.
The Sterling's what?
I nearly blew up the furnace.
Come on, Ben, your turn.
What?
I heard furnace and the word blow. Blow up furnace.
Yeah, I nearly blew it up. The pressure was too high.
You know, I was in there and I was going to say something, but I think it's time for OSHA to whip out the old red pen and a checklist.
I already know the usual set of red lights that I put around the advanced furnaces.
Well, we're producing 32 kilowatts, so
Let's see. The sun's just getting ready to go down, and it looks like, according to this, we're at 97% battery charge. It's good.
yeah, I just we're getting 32 kilowatts from the Sterlings alone because I just did that.
Oh, okay.
I had a lag spike, so I pushed it out.
Oh. It used to show, excuse me, it used to show your ping to me. It doesn't show that now. It just shows it's been 114 days since you died, and Ben died 41 days ago, according to this. I don't recall that. Maybe Ben expired in his chamber and we didn't know.
Oh yeah, come to think of it, I haven't seen that display in a while.
All right, so now I have an alternate source of power for arc furnaces. I'm going to flip power source. I'll just leave that transformer there and connect this and turn that on. There we go. All right, the arc furnaces are on their own power grid now, but I don't have any logic in place yet. Oh, something else. Side. What I'm going to do is add another sorter for the coal. I'm going to send all the coal to a silo for this generator. All right, so all right, it's running. Wait. All right, so now what I want to do is over here, we have one sorter that says, hey, are you sortable material? Go that way. I have to make this a little bit easier to maneuver. Right now. That's not. So yeah, you're right, Ben. That was exactly the drain of power. So we were at 99 almost 100%, and we're creeping down. We're still at 98.2, et cetera, et cetera. So arc furnace was definitely a drain. I'm going to
Yeah, I figured as much. You know, when it processes that gold, it's just a huge
yeah,
drain.
the
And
gold and silver are the biggest draws. You're right. Could have swore I had stacks and stacks of shoots somewhere. Can't remember.
I got a couple of them if you want them.
No, hang on. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here. So I need another sorter. Um, Sorter comes from electronics. No, of course it doesn't. So what I need to do is put this here. Oops, dropped my sorter somewhere. That's not good. That's weird. Heck is this sorter at? So 4, 6. I dropped a sorter somewhere. Weird. Like all of a sudden my little robot hands decided to not carry the sorter. There it is. Found it. All right, let's put this down right here. We got to print enough shoots to. So this sorter is telling us what we can smelt and what we can't. What we can't comes this way. So I need to intercept the flow and grab just the coal and then send it over there. So I want to send it to the right spot. Way in the heck up there. So to occupy some arc furnaces.
Hey, guess what? I need more cables.
You need more cables?
Yeah.
Um,
11,000 parts, huh?
yeah. Well, it's not the biggest. I think the Mimus one had anywhere between 22 and 25,000. I can't remember. That was the one that was having an atmosphere issue when they changed something, and I passed along to the developer, one of them, and he came back and said, "Wow, that's a lot. That's some good data there." So you're welcome. See how far I can get this. All right, so one day, no arc furnaces. And I'm assuming the filter's been running on and off.
Yep.
All right, down to 75%.
I do have a filter running continuously, but I think I'm going to change its setup here because I just realized I'm not doing it quite right. Or I didn't set it up quite correctly.
Okie doke.
I need a lot of pipes.
Yeah, there's a few pipes down by filtration if you want. But oh yeah, you're printing a bunch more here. Yeah.
So how did it take? So how long did it take to learn this much? I'm going to be very honest with you. This game has evolved beyond what I wanted to learn. And it was people like Ben hanging out in the chat and other people that knew something about physics that really helped. But it is a trial and error because the game doesn't use true real world physics. And let Ben and Kata step in, and because I don't know squat about physics, not really. I really don't. So when it comes
I still
to
haven't mastered refrigeration.
yeah. So the first time I had to deal anything with gases and understanding pressure and content and stuff was when I first tried to take oxygen and hydrogen and make fuel for the furnace, so I didn't have to keep feeding it the ices. And that was my first real understanding of in-game mixing two gases to create a fuel. And it didn't work because one of the gases was very high in temperature and the other one was very low, and they didn't mix properly on the ratio, and my furnace didn't fire out. That's why I've been so centric about temperatures and the gases. They don't have to be that close, but you know, close enough. But it's basically a plumbing electrical simulator. So that's how I deal with it, I guess. So I've been playing the game ever since it came out, and I think it's on its 6th or 7th year of early access.
Yeah,
Like,
sounds about right.
yeah, because the original synopsis was to build a space station. And the only way you can build a space station is to go into creative mode, so you're not really doing the survival part of looking for ore and stuff like that. So this game, according to the store page, came out in 2017, or 7 years. And according again to Steam, I've played just over 3,000 hours. So, are they ever going to complete it? I honestly don't think so. Which is a good and bad thing, I guess. But it does have some challenges, and you know, it uses Unity, which is a pretty solid game engine. Except for when you're playing Kerbal and you're trying to drive a rover. All right, so let's see here. How do we do this? That comes out. I have to program this. So this can sit there. Yeah, down.
Anyone seen the red paint?
I have not. All right, so if it's something we want, it comes out on the left side. Based on sorting. Something we don't want goes. Yeah, I've been experiencing the learning curve. Brings me hope to know others have made it this far from new beginnings. That's me. I could not even work the furnace in this game when I first started working it. And then I didn't know that you had to vent the gases. And I didn't know you could take the gases, sort them, and reuse them later on for something else. I had no idea. Nope, not a clue. I guess the biggest change is what they did with the phase change with the gases and their dew points, or whatever you want to call it. That still throws me for a curve. Can I... that? So I need power from this one. No? So, yeah, it's, you know, start off slow, I guess. Figure out, you know, a milestone or a goal and say, hey, I want to do this. Now, we are all robots, so we don't have to worry about food or water or taking a shower. And again, they got different difficulty settings too, so. All right, cool. Anyone got the labeler I can borrow real quick?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm over by the combustion centrifuge.
On my way.
Thank you. If you just want to rename one of the sorters here, that'd be great. The second sorter I added, can you just call it coal? Nah, we don't even have to dip in
This
oil
one
like...
here, right?
Yeah, that one, please. Yeah. Thank you. Now I should be able to use this computer. Still has the sorting. Yep, okay, good. That on. And if I under devices, see here. There we go. Nope, that's all right. Huh. Oh, wait, you know what? That's power, but I forgot to hook up data to it. All right, that's all right. I got the will. I got the way. Is the sorter data port on the other side? Wait a minute. Or is it all... The sorter, does it use the data port as one port or is there a separate data port?
It's all one.
All right. So that computer's coming out of here, going through there and there, there and there, there. Huh. The reason why I don't see my new sorter. It like on the list. There it is. Found it. All right. So if I want to keep, so how we work in this? So anything in the list for, oh, wait a minute. Anything in the list we don't keep. So I want to add uranium. So if the first one is allowing coal, uranium, and ore to pass through, it's also doing the equipment ejection. So we created a whitelist. The first one's going to catch all this stuff. The only thing that's going to go through is those. So on mine, I just need to add uranium and cobalt. My
Got
logic,
something for you.
huh? Oh, hey, I got my own labeler. Cool.
It's even got your name on it.
No way.
I was about to ask, did
Look
you
at that.
label the labeler?
It's Andy's labeler. I'm gonna go through and label everything. Mine, mine, mine. Cool. Thanks, Ben. I got a labeler. So a whitelist means it's not a true blacklist, because blacklist is supposed to be you don't want it. It's on a blacklist, and everything else that's not on it goes safely through, and that determines if you use the left or right output of the sorter. Correct?
Yeah, the whitelist will come out of the right of it.
The right. Yep.
Correct. Okay. All right. Right. So I just want to add cobalt and uranium to that one, and that means when coal comes through, it'll go down that one. All right. Sweet. So we're gonna check that here. We have got, huh? Really? I close that. Oh, geez, that scared the Jesus out of me. That's strange. All right, well, find out. All right, so come over here. Add.
Oh, don't know if you all got an error message, but that's probably me and deconstructing pipes here.
Nope, no, none yet. Mm. So we want uranium. Add another one. A little bit. Cobalt. All right, so Pythos. I do wish we had oil and grease. Why? Crazy. I have pulled the lever, FYI.
Wrong lever.
So pulling the lever, you power down centrifuge. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't see anything being kicked out though. If you turn off the centrifuge, how do you?
It has to wait for it to stop.
It has. There's no stress. Logic chip is on. Kid is not queuing it up. He's saying, "What did you do to my machine?"
It's doing it.
Well, yeah, but you just turned the machine on though, didn't you?
No, it turned itself on.
Right when you showed up. How convenient. All right. All right. All right. So it should be sorting as normal. We should see no coal. Is that down at the bottom of the list? No, it's already processed coal. All right. So there should be, if I did this right, there should be no coal. Hey, there's no coal down here. Cool. So that means it would have gone all the way and it should be sitting in this silo. Yep. Yay. All right. So now arc furnaces are firing up and all I have is coal directly fed to the generator. So, oh, interesting. We're just out of coal for the generator here. That's why that's gone. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm not gonna feed these guys. What is this set for? Let's see.
How do I get coal to make steel?
Um, that was one of the hurdles. So is what we can do is put a put something in between here, and you can just pull the coal out somehow.
Oh, you can put an export bin with a filter, and it will just sit in there and pass through.
What?
There's a new thing called an export bin.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, it's like what I'm using on the Larrys. If you want to see what they are.
All right. It's a darn good question. I never.
But you can use an overflow.
Yeah, you're saying a lot of fancy words there, mister.
If you come down to the Larry, I can show you.
Okay. I'm down to Lawrence. So, wait, before I do that, what is the only things topside that feed into the poopy line? That would be the arc furnaces, the nitrogen creation, and the ice crushers. Is that it?
Only
Oh,
old furnace.
and the advanced furnace and the exhaust from the. Oh, you know what? I don't know how this is working, but the centrifuge is working off of polluted gas. Did we know that?
Yeah, that fuel line was contaminated.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And for some reason, I still have stuff on over here. Do I need stuff on over here still? I don't think so. So we can save some power there. And line's empty, so we can turn that off. All right. Coming down to Lawrence. I just need a simple solution so when you pull a lever, you can get a chunk of ore. So this is how you stock the filters on this side, right? Or this is where, okay, this is the, God, Lawrence, clean up your mess, dude. So what is this? Hang on.
So these are the export bins on this side.
Okay, that's a normal.
So these, you can take things out of these things on the floor,
Oh,
and they
okay.
will
All
restock
right.
behind it.
So it's a normal chute bin. But why do you call them export? Because you just feed to them, pull the lever, and then you can get stuff?
On the export ones, you don't. So if you come over to one of the oxygeners
Yeah.
and take one out,
Yeah. Woo. Okay.
it will put in the one behind it, whereas the other ones, they just spit everything out.
Okay.
So these ones will hold it.
All right. I'm gonna put this back in. Goes. All right. Well, that's not too hard to figure out. You know, it's always interesting to see a robot hovering above some logical wiring situation with snippers.
You need a trim there.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right. So that way, if you need some coal, you can go up to this export bin and pull the lever and get a chunk of coal or two or three or four. All right. Good idea. I'm just curious if I wanted to see how much power is being drawn. Oh, I don't have. It's a network analyzer. Oh, I don't want to. But that's not. Hey, look at that. Hey, Notable Joe, they're chiming in with the 84-month resub. Kapow! Notable, how the heck are you doing? I need the not the basic shoot, but the other shoot. What the heck that's called? Advanced shoot, electrical shoot, shoot. All right, let me go get that. That would be a powered shoot. You're saying it's called an export. I see shoot bin. Oh, I see.
That's the one.
Oh, they look identical. Wait a minute. Oh, so the
Yeah, one
export.
has a lever, the other doesn't.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Okay. Huh. All right. Okay. Wait a minute.
Forgot our first daylight indicator.
Oh, good. All right. So that needs to close. Hang on. I'll be right there, Ben. And turn that off for a sec. It's gonna create a mess. Yep. I made a mess. So what I need to do is also junction of
An overflow.
wait, hang on. I need a junction here. And I need a shoot inlet. There. I gotta pick up my mess. There, that's on. Good. Look at that. I should be on the moon basketball team. Look at that. Oh no, 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 you don't. All right. And that shows 8, 9. Sweet. All right. So I need an overflow before the export.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then when things are stuck in the line, they'll just go into the export bin.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna make sure I can see what's going on here. This is gonna be an overflow. Okay. Do that. Then we continue that way. We do a that, that, and that. To export bin. Which needs power. Convenient. Oh jeez. Oh my, what tarnation? There we go. Going straight like a fountain. All right, so if you turn this on, and is that what you were? The overflow, is that going the right direction? All right. Ah.
Yep.
And then if you grab your chunk of coal or 2 or 3 or 4, sweet. All right. Look at that. It's an easy solution. I like easy. Cool. All right. Then I can turn that back on. All right. Where you at, Ben? Where's the... So what color does it say when the sun is out? What color does it say?
Yellow.
Yellow for sun. That makes sense. And you're on the filter level?
I'm actually up here by tooling, but the
Hey!
indicator is in the filtration room.
You're there. So now you can be underground and know if the sun's out or not. Cool. Excellent.
And of course, nighttime is purple.
And nighttime is purple, yes, because black doesn't show very well. All right, so we should no longer have. What do you have the range set for to keep the batteries charged when it drops below what? Recall?
Let me check here.
Okay.
This is a Schmidt trigger that keeps it between 75 and 85.
Okay. All right. And the light's on right now. I can see it from here.
Yeah, I was about to add a piece of coal there.
Well, I was going to say that. Can we let it get? What's the percentage at right
Run
now?
empty?
After
Is 73.
all right, so that's why it kicked on because it dropped below 75, or it's between the range. I'm just wondering if we could lower the values since we don't really need the generators to charge anymore because the drain isn't coming from the arc furnace. Um, if the batteries get down to say 50%, then we have the generator kick in.
Up until 60.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I can do I can make that change here.
I'm trying to minimize how much coal we have to keep over there because if we don't really need to charge the batteries because the arc furnaces aren't online there anymore, then we can keep it stocked in case we keep expanding what's connected to the grid, and then that'll be an indication that hey, we're out of coal. We need to do some adjustment or something.
Yep, I turned it off. Of course, the red light's still on, but we'll just ignore that for now.
All right, I'll bring a couple chunks of coal over. Cool. 'Cause right now it should be charging because not the generator on, but because yes, because the solar is collecting. Sweet. All right. Looks like we're getting ready to lose the solar though. All right. All right. Looks like we've got a lot of copper, which nothing to complain about. Oops, that's nickel. Oh. Oh, that's why. thought I was doing a really good job. Spazzy son. All right. Now, let me ask you. I'm wondering if I actually need any logic over here, Ben. So if the coal generator is constantly on, it's got coal fed. It's not going to eat through the coal if the batteries aren't being drained, right? We know that
What's controlling that generator going on and off though?
nothing. It's just on. So it'll keep eating it whether anything
Oh
needs.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
You need to throw in some logic on it?
Yeah. Please.
Yep, okay.
All right.
Gotta grab
So
some more chips here.
you. All right, so this needs to be on. All right. Kata, where are you? Can I borrow the glasses, please?
Yeah, I'm in the filter room.
All right. Right down. It's kind of eerie when I fall down the hole. I can see the shadow of a robot and his arms up, like ah. All right. I see you. Oh, those aren't glasses. Those are glasses. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go out and collect some coal since we just did this centrifuge.
Hey, purple light.
Yeah, it's it's nighttime. Now again, you have a sensor topside, right? And you're communicating with that?
Yeah,
Or
actually I tapped into the daylight sensor on the solar panels.
oh, okay. All right.
Then it's
Gotcha.
wirelessly transmitted to just under us here.
Wait, where?
And then it's converted to the color code. So 5 for yellow, 11 for purple. And that's what's transmitted on the blue line.
Oh, okay. All right. So the only thing we're doing wirelessly is you're grabbing. You're not doing
Whether
anything.
or not the sun's up.
Oh, gotcha. All right. All right. I need to swap the battery here. Go. Then we pull out the old drill. Which needs a new battery charge as well. Go. And let's see here. Got our drill. Swap that. Okay. All right, that's set to default. All right. And Again, coal is X, right?
No, coal is C.
What is X?
That's volatiles.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Senior moment there for a second. I knew that. But X, it's black though because it's coal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. At least they're staying consistent with some colors here. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm fine. Oh no, I'm not. So, Katie, did you save the soul system?
No, that's still ongoing. I've rescued about 10,000 people from the space stations.
All right, doing your part though. Nice.
It's next week. It's likely to all come to a head.
Big.
I do get attacked every time I leave, though.
Oh. Huh.
The furnace is nearly ready to go.
Oh, cool. We're measuring of components. Just dial and ore.
Oh, you'll still need to measure it out for now. You just don't need to do the gases for now.
That's. Oh yeah, yeah. That. So normally we don't have to hunt down coal. I'm just kind of going above and beyond. Usually we get enough stuff from the deep miners and the frequency of when it releases, and then the material gets sorted and then smelted is usually okay. But since I've switched everything over just on the arc furnaces, I just want to make sure I have enough coal, the hoppers, which I'm sure after Ben puts in the logic there will be. Make sure. So I'm out looking for 2 belts of coal to stoke the system. I have my fancy Ray-Bans on so I can find the coal easier. Oh. Well, in Star Citizen, I've been having a lot of fun and some frustration, but with a game that's in, they say, a constant state of alpha, which eventually is going to be released. Excuse me. All right, Ray, have a good lunch. For an alpha, it's pretty darn functional, and it's very, how do you say, very fleshed out when it comes to items in the game, like ships and weapons and med units and food and water and stuff like that. So they are working on, well, we're playing on what's called 3.0, and they're working on 4.0. 4.0 is going to introduce server meshing, which will hopefully alleviate a lot of problems when, you know, like for right now, they have an event. It's a US holiday, and the servers are struggling. So with server meshing, it's kind of like, I guess the easier way to say it, clustering, you know? But isn't clustering just to like add to just one server? if it gets overstressed, cluster kicks in. Never had much experience with clustering. The meshing is supposed to relieve the strain. Sorta. I never really fully understood it because they didn't go into great detail, but they realized what the problem is and said, oh, well, server meshing is a solution. So they've been working on that with, they have a dedicated testing team of volunteers. And I think before the end of the year, that on a test server that certain people have access, more people have access to, they'll be able to put more of a stress test on this so-called meshing, because there's like cool events that you can't really do because you get, you know, like low frame rate and stuff like that. That's not, I got to go through some oxide here to get to some.
Yeah, we could use that oxide.
They deploy the services that usually run on one node on multiple nodes to take away the stress from a single node. So, for example, they just divide all the server components into separate nodes. So, whatever whatever the components that they are using, right? So I got you. So if, for instance, yeah, so if there's a lot of people out there doing salvaging and very little people doing prospecting, salvage has got more of a demand. So they, with that particular node, the salvaging, that's where the meshing leads towards. But then if it becomes like a battle, they just keep opening more nodes to alleviate the other nodes. Gotcha. All right. It's a balancing thing.
Gato,
Yo.
I've cleared out 2 of the contaminants from the CO2 tank.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I cleared out the nitrogen and the pollutants.
What
I'm
is your
working
favorite
on
waffle?
The volatiles right now.
Brain Clock. Thank you so much for that follow. What is my favorite waffle? Fully cooked, fully buttered, fully syruped, and in my stomach. Appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to swap belts here somehow. Go. So I think December 5th is when the expo's over. Tell you what, they revealed a ship I very much want to get to. The Paladin. That would be, I don't have a real dedicated fighter type, but I think the Paladin would be a formidable foe for the size. Yeah, I did a few days of prospecting. It's not hard to do it because you're actually not doing a whole lot of work. You're just sitting there, you know, laser on an asteroid. If it's too big, you can't do it. You can get another prospector to help you out, and then, but then you take the stuff to a refinery, they refine it, and then, unfortunately, when I say yield, I'm using the wrong word. The payout right now is not that good compared to salvage. So either, you know, this is like pass one of doing refinery, or you get your own refinery set up, which you will be able to do in the game, either at a base or on a ship. That way you don't have to pay them to refine it. I wrote a load balancer at work. The hard part is deciding what to prioritize and how much. Well, that you can collect data to determine that, right? and then, you know, just do a Schmidt trigger. If it's between this and this, then balance. What do you balance towards? Whatever's been used the most. I'm not saying it's easy. Wait, what's a K8? Hey, Massimo, how you doing? Oh, I just hit K for something. I don't know what that does. Oh, the Kubernetes. Gotcha. That's a Linux Unix thing. Gotcha. Ooh. All this. No perfect answer exists. Well, is there certain persons that need it more? You could always prioritize based upon login ID or something like that. Or job type. You know, my networking at home is not convoluted like I used to have. The only thing where I get convoluted is Pi-hole. And I've taken that offline for like the last 3 months. We've been having some weird networking issues, and it turns out we think Alex's computer's network cards were causing a problem. They were integrated into the motherboard. So we got her a brand new network card, used a pre-existing cable, and now our networking issues have kind of, they have gone away. It used to be that sometimes if she went to a certain website and we couldn't always nail the exact instance, she would go to this website, she would lose internet access. I would have access, the wireless would work. Have to reboot her computer and then it would work. So, and then what's weird is on the Asus app, and even on the website, it shows the port she's plugged into on the router, and we could swap it either way, shows that her computer is on like a 10 megabit versus a gig. And it only resolves once the computer's powered up. If my computers are powered down, it shows it's, although, you know, it's weird. I go through a gigabit switch though, so that's probably why I just thought that. But the Pi-hole, I love it. I absolutely dread going to a website, reading an article, a recipe, or anything like that, and being inundated with ads. And I hate to block ads because that's how people make money. But it makes it very hard when I'm trying to do a meal prep, and all of a sudden I go to swipe, and all of a sudden I swiped accidentally on an ad. So when it's enabled, our router uses the Raspberry Pi as our DNS and just references, I think we use Open DNS. So as I hover here with my fuel tank draining, I need to find some nitrates also. There. Now, I don't know how I did it, but when I did set up Pi-hole, I used Docker, so I have containers for when I install stuff, which makes sense to me, because I installed Home Assistant, and I use a few little features of Home Assistant. And what I love about Home Assistant, that I no longer have to, this is me being lazy, by the way, I don't have to get up, and when I have to cycle our ISP modem, I don't have to get up and go do it. I have a smart switch hooked up to it, or a smart plug. And since home assistant's on this side, I can turn off the plug and then turn it back on to power cycle. And I tell you what, it's the little things, you know? All right. So I've got a bunch of stuff. I got to find home. Let's turn that off.
Let me know when you're back, and I will show you how to use the furnace.
All right. So, wow. We got a lot of stuff showing. Okay. I'm lost. No, I'm not. Okay, I see. It's so weird because not having the tank's topside is as a central location anymore. Weird. All right. So first of all, I need to crush the nitrate. So we have some nitrogen. So I need to turn some stuff on. I need to turn this on, that on, that on, and let's make sure this is still working. Oh dear. I have a battery. Evidently I left my tablet on. Raspberry Pi is like a Swiss Army knife. So it is, but I'm barely scratching the surface. Okay, so this is right. And then, so we should only see nitrogen. Yes, yes. And I'm going to swap that out. We should be taking the N2O. Should be going this way. And yeah, that's right. Okay. Hang on. Let me melt some more ice here. And then, kid, I'll come down and see how to use the furnace. There we go. Yeah, so my requirements were I was tired of ads, and I heard that ad guard was pretty darn good. Now, for some reason, because I didn't want to install Home OS because I wanted more um I wanted I wanted to be able to have a full Raspberry system. So I had to install Home Assistant by itself. And by doing that, I don't get access to their community library of apps because they can't validate them or something like that. So the solution was to use Docker to install Samba, Pi-hole, something else. And it worked. I did it on a stream, and I had a lot of Linux nerds in the channel. It was awesome. All right, so I have a question. Katie, you set up an unloader here and you added stuff to the sorter, right?
Yep.
All right. So if I put a belt of coal in there, that should sort our coal. I'm stuck behind a cage. I'm trapped. I should see this number going up over here. Oh, in fact, it's going right there. All right, good. Oh, okay. Except for the belt didn't get ejected because I intercepted it. So that means I have to add the belt to the other this thing. So we add. Does tools work as in general? Does that include belts or is that separate?
No, that's everything.
Same thing. All right. So I could just find the tools one. All right. Let me go test this. Pull out. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got a little nervous. It's the belt. All right. So, oh, can't do that one. That'll cause mistakes. All right. So, some oxide melting and hopefully I see a belt show. Oh, hole showed up too. How did that happen? What if it just rolled? Mm, tools does not include the belt. All right. Need to fix that going forward. Add. Oh, geez. Lags. So let's see here. What is the actual belt called? It's called a mining belt. So under M somewhere. Or is it under A for advanced mining? A mining belt mark. Excuse me. Hey, you guys remember when you used mining charges and Kata blew himself up?
No, I don't remember that at all.
What did I just see go by here? Mining belt mark 2. They have it in here twice. That's great. All right. All right, so I get to play the little game here. Somewhere. Tool. Belt. Oh, jeez. No. Got it. That was a home run. Thank you. Caught it, too. So either... How many are in there? There is 9 items. 1. There it is. All right. The Mighty Mark 2 is in there. So, did it get spit out? Did not. So that means I have to add the other one. Which is weird. Hmm. If this doesn't work, I don't know. Yeah, it worked. All right. Small problem solved. All right, so the arc furnaces are done arcing, so I'm going to turn the generator off. Save the coal. That way. All right. So let's go down and check out the advanced furnace. Lost my way here. Oh wait, let me go over and turn off some stuff. See if it's done up here. All right, so that's not empty yet. So but I can turn that off. Look, I can walk over here. I'm underground. I have no idea if the sun is out or not. That tells me purple, nighttime. All right. The advanced furnace is up a level. I went up the wrong level. I went down the wrong level. Ooh. All right. Advanced furnace. So let's say I want to make some. What do we need? We actually need steel, right? That's an easy one. Okay, look at that. A bunch of iron and a bunch of coal. All right. So dial in steel.
Yep.
Oh, oh, there you go. All right. Do I feed it first? All the ingredients.
Nope. Press the button first.
Okay. Press the button first. All right. Press that button. Got it. Oh, look at that. It's adding fuel. Nice.
Now add the ingredients.
Oh, okay. Hey. All right. Ooh. All right. So where are all the different pressures?
The middle one is the pressure of the chamber.
Oh, the
Left
chamber
one
that
is the
it's in.
pressure
I
of the
got you.
furnace.
Okay. Okay. The chamber of the that it's in. I got you. Okay. Hey, that was fast. And the temperature is
It will
going.
stay hot as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Your fuel source is what Ben hooked you up with downstairs, right? Yep.
I know, I just finished it now.
Okay. You're using water to cool? Is that true?
No, it's not water. It's
Oh,
just gas. I just colored it blue to remind me it was coolant.
all right. Oh, you're using nitrogen. Okay, cool. That's pretty easy. So, oh, I see. So you're using a series of IC chips to determine your thresholds, your ranges for whatever is needed, right?
Yeah. The
Okay.
only one it struggles with is afterglow.
Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. Oh, it resets the visual here too. Yeah, so where I have these arc furnaces set up, we can replace these with furnaces, and since we can keep them hot, when the centrifuge brings them over, right? So here's the new centrifuge. So we'll get fuel from the same source, and then we can output. Where do you output your um Oh, I see. You go right down here. Wait. And that feeds into. Wait a minute. Hang on. Wait. Let me piece it together here. So your fuel comes in, your coolant. But this is not
This is the output line.
from the okay, it's hard to see through all that. All right, so this is the output from the furnace line that goes into the Stirling, right?
Yep.
Okay, where's the actual? Does it go? I'm confused. That comes in here. It's junctions off. That goes up and over. Oh no, wait, up and over goes up. So all the
That one
inputs.
can come out.
Okay, so the this one goes into a filter that has water filters. So you're pulling water out.
Yeah, that's this thing here behind you.
Oh, an H2 combustor. All right.
Yeah, I'm connecting this up now.
All right. So the output would leave very hot gases from the furnace. That's a mixture of whatever, right? It's going to be CO2X and et cetera, right?
Yeah.
All right. So those hot gases are going in on what line in there?
If you come inside, I'll show you.
I've been in there before. It's scary. Oh, you're causing problems.
So the blue one is the filtered water. They go to their own engine.
Right. Wait a minute. So what about the hot gases that are coming from the furnace?
Go around the back. It comes in here.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. I missed something on the outside then. So you're taking the brown and red line that feeds into this machine to
It
filter out
doesn't. The only thing that goes into that filter is the H2 combustor.
All right, I need to go outside and check that again. I was confused. Still am confused. Oh, I got blown out of there.
Just so you decancel pressurized.
The heck did you do that for? All right, so that comes from the furnace, goes into the. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. How does that work then? If you got a bunch of mixed gas, oh, it doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't matter.
No,
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
wait a minute. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So this line is going to usually have some pressure in it. Usually. All right.
Yeah, this line here is going to go. This one that's going up. Once everything's off the surface, we don't need the one that's going up.
Okay, right. So this one right here is mainly from the advanced furnace. It'll have some sort of gases in it, but you're going into the H2 combustor to pull out water? No,
The H2 combustor will make its own water. That's on a separate network.
okay, wait a minute. No, what? I only see one line going in, and I know it comes out and comes back in. So you're sending all these gases into this, and this is taking the gases and making water?
No.
Okay.
So I'm going to attach a fuel line to the H2 combustor, and because that's not working at the minute.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm still. That's what was confusing me. I didn't understand how you were getting water from this.
No, so I'm attaching a fuel line. I was just doing that. I was just using canisters beforehand. So this will combust the fuel. It makes an awful lot of bad gas and water. So I filter the water out, and it's like at 2,000 degrees. It's really hot.
So you were running off of canisters. It was taking gas and making water, and the excess you were sending back into this filter on the inside.
Yeah, so this filter here will take out the water and
Okay.
separate the water. It will put the bad gas on this line, this redden
Right,
line,
right.
and then it goes into the filters here.
I got you. Why is there 2 lines?
So Stirling, it goes into the Stirling here because this is a one-way valve to help keep the pressure in the Stirlings, because
Oh, okay.
otherwise they don't work.
So it goes in on where the pipe analyzer is.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is not connected.
Okay.
That's not needed anymore.
All right. And then this, based upon logic, turns on because.
It's at a cold enough temperature to dump it out.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And then that goes down to the filtering. I got you. All right. Now it was throwing me for a loop because it looks like from this side, it looks like you have a filter that's connected to the poopy line that you're going to filter out water. And it looks like from this side that the output would be feeding this. And there's going, no, I'm going, there's no way you're going to get water. But it's actually, once you attack a fuel source, you're going to take the fuel, turn it into water, and the output goes back into this filter. So, which also makes water and a bunch of nasty stuff. Right, yeah. But there's no water in this line. That's why I was getting confused. The water's going to come from this thing once it gets hooked up again. All right.
Yeah, once it's hooked up, yeah.
I get it. All right. So anyways, if I go over to the centrifuge, this gas line you have here, right, sweet. So I could bleed off of that, bring it all the way over here to the centrifuge. So that would be the source of fuel. And then the output from this could go back into the red and brown line. And then these ingots, the ore that comes out of here can go to a chamber with 2 or 3 furnaces that are always hot, and just dump the coals into, or dump the ingots into a line where we start sorting. All right, that'll
Yep.
work a lot. That'll work a lot faster than the arc furnaces, that's for sure. All right, I gotta take care of that. That's gonna. Got it. All right, so these chutes are still going to be used like this. They're not going to be used until you get the furnaces ready. So what we discovered today, or actually what Kata discovered and shared with the class, is okay. For some reason I can't go up this little. There we go. Is that you can keep a furnace hot and keep feeding it ore, and it'll keep spitting it out.
Sorry, I'm back.
All right.
Did y'all miss me?
I just figured you were doing some stuff, but I guess you weren't. It's okay. Kata just showed me how to work our new advanced furnace. Really cool. Very easy.
Oh, okay.
You just got to feed it, you know, the recipe, the stuff for the recipe. And were you here when Kata discovered that if you keep a furnace hot, you can just keep feeding it ore and it will close the input, do what it needs to do, and then spit it out?
Yes.
Oh, so I didn't know you could do that. To an extent, I've done it, right? So you heat up the furnace and you go, oh, I'm going to do some iron. And it's still hot enough, you feed it some gold. Eventually, the heat goes down to where you can't do it, and then I would just vent it. But then Kata was saying if we just keep it hot, once we get the deep impact rerouted to furnaces that are always hot, that's going to make the ore a lot faster than the arc furnaces. No power needed. And the only thing I have to do is we've got to sort it on the other side after it's done smelting it. I've seen a setup with basic furnace constantly burning, sending the CO2 into an advanced furnace for its constant supply. CO2 into an advanced furnace?
Yeah, those are using the fuel.
Oh,
just
using the
hot
hot
gases.
CO2 to keep the advanced furnace hot on the in a chamber. I got it. That's cool. It's really cool.
The Stirlings are currently running. I just want to see how much power they can produce just on their own.
All right. I'm pulling the lever again on the centrifuge. Ben, what were you in the middle of?
Oh, putting some more daylight indicators.
Oh, okay. Do you have enough time to put logic on the arc furnaces generator?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
That's on my short list.
Okay. And I see a blinky light over there. So let's see what our battery levels got to. Can't blame the arc furnace. Ooh, got down to 32% power. All right. Someone made a whole bunch of advanced cables. A whole bunch.
Oops. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Did you go AFK?
You know, I got in trouble at my first couple of months in the new house. I was making I was boiling water for oatmeal. I completely forgot about it. I didn't boil it dry, but almost. All right, there it goes. So that's doing that. So the arc furnaces should kick in. 1, 2. Okay, Kata fixed that problem. And they are operating off of these batteries. So now, if you need coal, because of Kata's great suggestion using export, come over here and it's like a vending machine that doesn't need quarters. I'm curious, the sun, the logic we're using for solar panels, do they rotate when they're done and they go and wait, or do they follow the sun's rotation? Ben?
Sorry, run up by me again.
So the solar panel logic, does it follow the sun's rotation, or does when it's done, it resets and waits for the sun to come around?
I think they follow the rotation a little bit.
I don't know. I didn't see the programming for this chip here.
Oh, okay. Because the one that I used to use, which was very basic, I don't know if it works anymore because of the way they changed things, is that once it was done, it would then flip. That way, if you ran out of power, the panels are pointing towards the sun.
Oh yeah, this one's my code. No, it doesn't reset. It just tracks the sun. They'll turn themselves around eventually.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. So we're down to 27% power out of the batteries. I have coal, but I just want to see if what we're doing is going to tap us out. Hey, there's a little transmitter. Look at that guy. I don't see a third chip checking the horizon. I think it's... You don't have to do that anymore, but there we have this right here. This is
No, we use IC.
yeah. So what is this for then? Oh, that's for the transmitter. I got you. Okay. Now they're scrolling, or not scrolling, they're rotating. So now the sun sensor has a sun irritance level. You can make it reset to face the sun when the solar radiance is 0.
Power low.
Well, Kate has got some code. It's been working. I was just curious as to... So it does reset
That's
it.
a really good idea. I might steal that one.
He's going to steal your idea there, clock. Yeah,
I was just thinking how I would do that. Oh, sorry.
the IC code that I borrowed from the workshop would follow the sun, and when the sun was done, it would automatically reset. So that way, if you did run out of power, at least the panels would grab it. But and there you go. All right, so we're sitting at 19.5%. This is kind of a stress test to see how we do. Right now, the arc furnaces are not contributing to this because they got their own power source. Otherwise, it would have been a lot worse. And it only really gets bad when they do the gold and silver. Use the stationary panel. Use the stationary panel and never an issue. All right, so I'm going to cause more of a power drain.
What?
Oh, I'm putting in a battery to charge.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah. So power's going up. I don't see the sun yet, so that must be the whole radiance thing. Unless Ben's somewhere got a flashlight and he's shining on a panel.
The stair lens have kicked in. They're producing
okay.
25 kilowatts.
All right. So, I don't see a third chip. It would need an extra chip. I always use the stationary panel pointed at the sunrise. Never. Oh, I see. So you have like, gotcha. I know what you're saying. What makes the Stirlings kick in?
I just dumped the furnace.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put some code onto the filter, so the filter will be turned off until the batteries get really low.
Oh,
I
okay.
just need to work out how to get the battery data there.
Well, Ben's got it. It's in the blue line.
All right, I'm extending the blue heavy line over to the rocket area.
Oh, the main power line. Right. All right, guys. We got about 25 minutes left, FYI. Sterling's still sending power. Now, eventually, all this is going to move down in the power room, right, Ben?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we don't want anything on the surface except for cooling radiators, elevators to the surface, and we can't move the deep impact. So, ladders, elevators, never going to happen with that.
What do you mean we can't move the drills?
I guess we could. I just thought of them always being on the surface. They would, I guess you're right. They would work from any, yeah, you just got to clear out enough regolith, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Everything goes underneath except for solar panels, elevators, radiators. Too bad they don't have like hatches to cover the stairs. All right, there's the sun. All right, I think the Sterling might have saved us. It might have gotten down a little bit lower.
Oh crap, there's already a blue line over here.
Did you do that and not know you did it?
this is somebody else's handiwork.
This is what happens when no one talks to one another. I'm out of beverage.
Or it might have been made.
You're gonna have to start putting like
Yeah, I never wired up the
blue.
rocket room. The wire was already there.
All right.
Well, makes it easier to run the last stretch here. So
All right. All right, we got 30.5 kilomoles of nitrogen, 12.5 megapascals upstairs to swap out for jetpacks or get it hooked up something, siphon off of it. Ah. All right, so what is so I'm going to remove the arc furnaces since we're not going to use the arc furnaces.
I keep them there for now. I'm still working on the stay hot furnaces.
Say what?
Oh, it's the ones downstairs.
Yeah,
Oh,
the one
yeah,
downstairs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
rid of it.
All right, so that should be all connected. That connects the output from drills to the centrifuge. And then from here, we'll have to do the flip-flop into furnaces. So, don't know if... doubt if this stuff is in the right spot, so... All right, lots of chutes in the locker where the furnace, the advanced furnace is. We'll need them later. Hey, it's daytime. You know what I know? There's a sensor that tells me. Look at that. There. Oh, jeez. Lever. That away. Alrighty.
you have any regular cable for you, Ben?
I have some.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll give you mine anyways. How's that?
Don't want yours.
Power low.
Oh dear Lord. I just sent a battery to the arc furnace. Well, I'll be able to fix that soon. That's made me a little nervous. Right when I hit the light button on the furnace, the sun flickered. That's not what I was expecting.
Okay, the engine stage for the rocket's done.
Nice.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Uh, I do like the idea of at first I thought using the furnaces for replacing the arc furnace was going to be too involved. But when Kate had discovered you can just have a hot furnace and have it just keep it hot and keep digesting, I was going, hey, that's a lot better idea.
Hey, guess what? I need more cables.
Where you at, Ben?
I'm at the tooling area. I'm gonna print some more regular cables this time.
Oh, okay. I went and just processed all the reagents from the normal centrifuge. Uh-oh. Oh dear. What did I do?
Hey, there's a glowing ball of fire
Yeah.
out by where the arc furnace used to be.
Uh, that's not cool.
Require assistance.
Yeah, we'll need a.
Yep, on my way.
So,
Oh,
yeah. Now the arc furnaces are still fine. It was the furnace. I used it and I drained the line. That's all I did. Something in it got too hot and ignited. Good fire, team. Took out. Oh, took out. It took out the. Oh, a melted transformer. Ew, gross. Look at that. That's the second time I did that with the advanced furnace. They're not saying anything because they all know.
I'm just trying to think what happened.
Uh, I just finished using it. You're not allowed to use a furnace anymore. All right. All right. That doesn't interrupt the power to the cooling system. The deep binder still have power, and the centrifuge still has power. All right. So the only thing that really broke was the arc furnaces, and of course the advanced furnace. Oh, we lost the fuel. Okay. So that
Yeah, we
means.
lost the tank.
Oh, we lost the tank. All right. So what's in the fuel line? 319 kilopascals. This should last for a while for that thing. That sips it. All right, let me go put a couple things away and clean up, and I got to get the another transformer and reconnect the lines here. Well, that was 3 hours and 20 minutes of, you know, Stationeers followed by 10 seconds of excitement. That's what I got to say about that.
We need a days without incident count.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I need a transformer. Did that come from the electronic machine? Oh, the wrong machine. And we need gold. All right, so before I reconnect these guys, I want to see if the battery made it to the arc furnace. That's gonna go there. And I don't see any ore. Do you guys think an arc furnace would eat a battery when it got into the import slot?
No, it usually just sits there.
Uh, so- Huh. Well, oh, well, it took out all the chutes too. Well, all right. Fine. Well, all right. Well, I guess I don't have to hunt down the battery.
Oh, it's a shame you can't label fire extinguishers. I was gonna make a special one called Andy's fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I need to put up a some sort of sensor, and if it's fire related, have it start yelling, you know, Andy throughout the whole base.
Andy did it again.
Yeah. And then I can do one of those lines from Mr. Mom saying, I was nowhere near the processing facility. Well, okay, we're gonna have to go. We don't really need that advanced furnace though anymore, do we?
No, we don't.
All right. So that was the reason why. Okay. I'm gonna tell Alex I blew up the furnace again. She's gonna say something along the lines of, I don't think they're gonna want to play with you anymore. I'm going, you kidding? Because it's job security for them. I keep blowing up stuff. They have to make it blow up proof and all sorts of, safety measurements in place.
Paperwork forever.
Yeah. Hey, Kata, What's missing right here? Should this be a junction?
Flip flops.
Flip. Shoot, flip flop. All right. Okay. There we go.
Hey, you still need that bit of logic for the generator, or did that get blown up?
No. The generator survived. The battery survived. The silo with all the coal, aka fuel, survived. I lost a little bit of wiring, but it's all good.
Oh well, safety railing survived. Look at that. Oh,
I
well,
know.
that shit is not
I had to move them because they were creating a problem for me getting. I was rubbing my ankles when I was trying to get over them. I was hurting. I'm gonna have scars. What's that regular chute? No, I don't want a window. Just a straight.
Did we blow up a load of gold?
Say again?
I can't find any gold, and you should have kicked some out.
Check the electronic printer. Did you say you... There was a big chunk and I needed some...
Yeah, it's enough.
Right. Alright, the chutes have been patched. Some cable here to silo. I got power, that's good. And oh, Ada,
Yeah.
the unloader got destroyed too.
On it now.
All right, which is only used when we have to go out and do belts or anything, so it's not. All right, so let's see if this still. There's not a whole lot in there. All right, sweet. So one of those unavoidable. Okay, this logic was for mixing the fuel, so we don't need this anymore. So all this can be dug up. Transformer zone. Oh, that's the blue line. So I gotta keep that. Okay. Keep that. That goes to there. I'll use this.
Unloader is back.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Ben, there's some, oh geez. There's some logic chips over here you could probably recycle, unless you already printed them.
Oh yeah, I'll take those.
Okay. Because you were going to do the logic for the generator, just figured it looks like about everything you need. All right, that's supplying power to there. Need that. Don't need the transformer here anymore.
Alright, we got some fresh new railing.
Did you find the other one sitting off to the side there? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, end of the year disaster. That's all I'm going to chalk that up to be.
As I say, robots can't have access cards, so we can't even lock you out of certain rooms.
Okay. That's 2 explosions. Branded. Alright, so let's see. There. There.
Okay, the basis for the engine part of the rocket is now completed.
Ooh, I'll come down and see here. Alright, so that, and alright, so don't let him near it. He can watch from over there. Alright, alright, alright. I'm confused on this line here. Oh, alright, so it's an exhaust pipe that changes color from brown to orange. And then I guess that was a quick replacement. Okay, never mind.
It was, yeah, that was a quick repair.
Alright, let me stow some stuff. I'll check out the rocket. I will have no sharp implements sticking out. Where did I get all the chutes from here? Okay. All right, we're going into the rocket cave. I remember the rocket. Oh, look there. Oh, yeah. In there. So
Yeah, that's
big,
just the engine.
very echoey in here. Is that the mysterious blue line that Ben didn't know he did?
I think so.
Oh,
No, that's a new one I put in.
okay. Oh, this is the
Put those extra cables to good use.
yeah, fuel creation process.
Yeah, it's finally up to pressure. It just needs to cool down. I'll be ready to do an engine test very quickly next week.
All right. What are these two
And
tanks
then
for? Is this where we're going to store the gases that come from rock?
yes.
Okay. So we were initially going to put them here. I guess we can move them and just pipe through the walls.
Yeah, it's pretty fine wherever it is.
Um,
Well, we were concerned that they was gonna throw the temperature off in the room. That's why I would put them out there.
oh, I thought
Oh yeah,
we're gonna seal out. We're gonna separate the room, partition the room. Doesn't matter. They can stay there. Um. Oh. Okay. Got it. I thought my explosion destroyed something down in the filter room, but it looks like instead of attaching the pipe analyzer to something else, you just have like an extension pipe coming off and just measuring from there since it's all one network. Hey, the nitrogen temperature came down. Nice. Everything is. Oh, geez. Look at that. Everything's coming down just where it should be, like the design put in place. Very cool. I mean, literally very cool. And I can tell it's nighttime topside. All right, as soon as Ben is done with the logic on the arc furnace generator, and now that the mop up's been done from the advanced furnace explosion,
and Larry is working just fine.
Well done. By the way, what was the fix that or the adjustment you had to make it friendlier to multiplayer?
So on the single player, I was just having to kind of read through everything, and the number would flicker. And on the single player, the game is quick enough to pull the number out, and then Larry would just process that number, even though it's changing. But on a multiplayer, um, it's not sending the data fast enough, so I had to store the number in some memory. So when one's empty, it will go into the memory, and Larry only focuses on the memory, and then it gets to the end of its cycle and clears it, and then it checks if the memory's at 0 before it puts another number in it.
Ah, clever.
It was just an issue. It just kept overwriting itself, and when it was moving to a filter, it had the wrong one on it because it was being overwritten. So I suspect that's why the CO2 might have had the wrong gases in it.
Oh, because the filter didn't get swapped out and it just bypassed it.
Or it put the wrong filter in.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a lot less load on the server because it is constantly checking every single filter. I also put in some sleeps and some yields just to make it a bit friendlier.
Well, we're all about friendly interaction. That's for sure.
But yeah, I will post the code on the Discord with a brief how-to guide. It's not plug and play. It does need a lot of configuration on in the code. But
Oh, Rat.
I'll comment it and hopefully people can make
4%
sense of it
power.
and improve it because it's probably improvable.
Then you still need some more time, or you wanted to just pick it up next Sunday?
I'm just gonna put it off to next week.
All right. Alrighty. Well, let's put the robots to bed. And with that advanced furnace gone, I suspect I won't be causing any more explosions. Because the other ones, how shall we say, GamerCircle proof, you know?
Maybe.
Well, all I have to do is feed it ingredients and it's fine. Yeah, I swear, it looks like you're constantly dragging a container behind you.
I think that's the terrain manipulator.
Yeah, it is. Hey, there's a nitrogen filter in here. 0%. I didn't put it in.
There's also a big pile of something.
Is there a bunch of poop in here? Oh. I don't want to see it. It's gross. All right. Well, you know, you
Guess there's
can't.
still some audio issues with the game.
What do you mean?
I'm sitting in an airlock next to an elevator. There's no pressure in the airlock, but I can hear the elevator.
Oh, interesting. So I wonder, it's got to be a multiplayer thing then. He ran away before you could wave back at him. I don't want to be waved at. All right, Katie, you forgot you turn your thing on. I turn it on for you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, guys, that's it. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm thinking about some Kerbal. Ben, yours was on. You're fine. Gonna roll some credits. Brain Clock, thanks for the follow. Grab Gunner, thank you so much for the 7 months. Notable Joe in there for 84 months. Thank you guys for the ongoing support. Ben K, thanks for the mop up on the explosion. And we'll see you next Sunday.